nice session which tried to put together issues of social media as well as mobile. We combined them into the session because in many developing countries, the way in which people first encounter the internet, unlike here in the U.S., is through social media, access through mobile devices. The first part of the presentations were focused on social media. Neil Schillerwright did really an excellent presentation on what the potential is and the way in which it can be harvested for market research purposes. And that was followed up by Tamara Barber from Afanova. And Tamara helped us understand, given what Neil's told us about the possibilities, just what kinds of challenges we had to overcome in order to be able to do this on a global basis. How to think about the maturity of a local market where social media is concerned, how to think about issues of language, how to think about the text processing software challenges of trying to do social media work in different geographies, and then finally the issue of how do you adjust for culture in terms of how people talk about issues online. And in the second half we had a couple of speakers talk about mobile, and really in the context of first, one of the things people always talk about with mobile, which is the in-the-moment characteristic, the fact that we don't have to rely on people's recalls, say, about why they bought product A rather than product B, but rather we can ask those questions via mobile very close to the point of purchase when people perhaps understand more clearly why they made the product choices that they made. We had a nice presentation by Andrea Roca on the whole issue of smartphone use in Brazil, which is one of the areas that clearly follows the pattern of people initially engaging online via social media and via mobile devices. And so she had some good data from the studies she's shown about just how important mobile devices are to people, principally smartphones, but also tablets. And then finally, we had a presentation by a man whose last name I will not try to pronounce, but whose first name is Paula, who runs a company called iPinion. And he talked a good deal about smartphone penetration and use in India, and the opportunity that that presents for us as market researchers to be able to access consumers in that particular market. So overall, it was really a fascinating presentation, or set of presentations, about arguably the two most promising of the new data collection methodologies that we hear about on an ongoing basis.